Welcome back to Black Girls Do Reviews. We are back. We're back with another episode. It's episode 8. Episode 8. We are inching up on episode 10. I don't know why that feels like a big anniversary type of thing, but
Is it
episode
goes a bar or something for
like
episode
something.
10?
We need to celebrate our 10 episode anniversary of the podcast. But we're back with a review of Real Housewives of Potomac and Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Just want to say again, as always, thank you guys so much for tuning into the podcast, for all of the love and shares and all that jazz. We don't have to really get into it, but everybody take care of yourselves out there.
I'm praying for my sisters, and when I say my sisters, I mean my sisters.
Okay, my
Not,
sisters, and y'all know who we
not
talking about.
no, not
Okay,
nobody else.
and I
Just
would say my fellas too,
my
because
brothers. Yeah, my brothers.
you know, you know. So,
But I'm no longer going at toe to toe for the people of color. I'm only going to
oh,
toe for
I've
my
divested.
black
Yeah,
people, and that's that on that.
that's you. You could call me Dr. Umar Johnson at this point. Like you, you
Might as well.
might as well call me that because it's definitely given we for each other. And also, since we on a podcast, I'm gonna speak to all other podcasters out there. We not doing no more dive like discussions or debates about like black women versus black men. Like that's canceled. We are we are united. We are a group. We stand strong. We good. Like I don't want to do those topics no more. Of
Mhm.
like we not together as a community, and if the black people, no, not
If
no,
there's ever a time that we need to be like united, it's now.
exactly.
Really now. So
That was your good PSA voice. If there was ever,
well, I was really serious.
if there was
Gotcha.
ever a time to come together, like, oh, the girls,
Serious.
the girls is giving social justice. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, so let's get to the episode. We are going to review Real Housewives of Salt Lake City first, and then we're going to get into Real Housewives of Potomac. I will admit, I didn't sit to watch that episode of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I do feel like I might have missed some stuff, so I did see some highlight and little clips on social media going around, but I know you watched it. So,
Yes.
do you want to give us what you thought of the episode?
Yes. All right. So I feel like the what do you call it? Like the when they show I don't know what's going on in my memory when they show like the preview for the next episode. The preview, it looks so much like the husbands are messy, and to be honest, I don't really feel like the husbands are that messy. But I will just say this, and this is my highlight when it comes to these type of shows where women are the main character, when it comes to going to women focused events, things that your wives and their friends are doing, men should be seen and not heard.
Okay, all right.
They should be seen and not heard. You are to stand there and drink your little whiskey or your tequila neat and shut up.
Okay.
If you want to talk, you go find another man, but you don't do anything else.
Yep.
So, first of all, we have Angie. So, this was like off camera. Angie and Meredith, Angie's husband and Meredith had something going on.
Hmm.
I don't know what the heck it was, but I guess he said something about her son. And this is why I feel like men should be seen and not heard, because we know when it comes to women going toe to toe, the number one rule, we don't bring up the children.
Don't bring the kids in it.
We
Yep.
don't bring up the children. And all Meredith wanted was an apology. And he was like, yeah, I'm not apologizing. And I'm like, see, this is why you shouldn't be in women's business in the first place, because now she gonna hate you. Now she got beef with
Yeah.
you.
You
Because
don't know
you
how to read. You don't know how to do all the things, so you need to stay out of it. Because bringing the kids up is always gonna be weird, and
ain't
to not want to apologize.
It's just nasty.
Okay.
Just nasty. I don't know. So
Oh.
that kind of pissed me off, number
Mhm.
one. Then Lisa and Bronwyn are beefing because take a guess. Heather.
Mhm.
Messy Boots Heather. And to me, it's dumb because I feel like I get Lisa's position where she's like, I'm friends with the both of you, and the both of you don't mess with each other, right? But like, that's when you say to these girls, love you. I'm stepping back.
Mhm.
Don't tell me nothing. I'm not defending either one of you. Don't tell me nothing. Y'all don't gotta like each other. I like y'all, and that's it. But I feel
Mhm.
like she's putting herself in it, and she's like, making it a thing, and which is making it hard for people to be friends with her because like
You picked a
just
side.
yeah. Nobody wants a friend to pick a side. Like just be mutual or bring us together or something. Like
Yes. I think that's important. And I heard the clip where Bronwyn goes, like you're putting yourself in it and you're not even hearing both sides. So it's
mhm,
a little different when you're taking Heather's side, but you didn't even hear Bronwyn's perspective, and Bronwyn is still your friend too. So it's
mhm,
like if you're gonna try to pick the side, at least hear both sides,
right.
and then bring us together after hearing both of our sides. I think
Mhm,
it happens in friend groups all the time where it's like, no, like that's not how she meant it. And it kind of takes that person in the middle to be like, you should see it differently or blah blah blah. But like it's an easy position if you like the people involved, right? If they're really your
right.
friends. So I don't get why this is so hard for Lisa. And it's like the other part of it is no one asked you to get in the middle of it, right? Like Heather and Bronwyn were talking to each other directly at Bronwyn's house, and then Heather not being on the trip, like, okay, great. Like, we don't need you to even like get into it. So
Mhm.
Lisa, I'm not a Lisa fan. I'm really not. Because it's just like you just do too much. Sit down somewhere,
She does do that, yeah. I
Ugh.
feel like Lisa has her moments with me. Like there are things that I'm like that she does that I'm just like, this girl is so ridiculous and it's funny. Um, but then there are moments like this where I'm like, you're being annoying. And it's like, I don't know, you're working a little too hard for your check. Like, just
Yes,
relax.
yes, yes. It's like she's trying to find the drama instead of letting the drama find her. Like,
Right,
it's a little weird. And she thinks she's
right.
like Center Peach or whatever. What do they hold up? Diamond? Whatever.
Like, oh,
Snowflake.
Diamond.
I don't know what they, but she just really believes she is the chair closest to Andy, the center snowflake. Like, relax, okay? It's an ensemble cast. It's not like we just need one main character and
I
everybody
can at
else.
least, and even if it was, it wouldn't go far. It wouldn't go far, babe.
Okay, so I'm not a fan of her.
Yes. So then they go to Palm Springs for their couples trip. The men are actually getting along. It seems like the couples are taking their corners. You got John and Lisa over there. You got Whitney and Justin. It seems like everyone is trying to be cordial. Bronwyn had her jeweler come out to Palm Springs, drive from LA to
Mhm.
pick out whatever jewelry that she likes. And I guess it was like she kind of picked it out already, and then she just had her husband approve of what she picked out. That's what it felt like.
Okay.
But she mentioned something about how like her dog tried on like Charlize Theron's diamond necklace or something like that. And I was just like, sometimes people got to stop oversharing. Like,
Sometimes.
I know we're in the era of oversharing because people, that's how people are attracted and they want to know more and like blah, blah, blah. But like some things we don't want to know. Like, I'm sorry, a dog in a necklace is so, in a diamond necklace is disgusting.
It's
Getting funky dog.
I
Dogs be
take your
smelling
point.
like nacho cheese.
Everybody want to believe that like I need to share this to relate to others or other people are going to relate to this. No one's relating to that. And if they do, like, ew, like you're weird and she's weird. Everybody's like, if you relate to like, yeah, I let my dog try on my jewelry, like, huh? We just don't have nothing to do. Like, are we bored, guys? Is that it's
Dogs be thinking, dogs be feeling like Doritos and nacho cheese. Like, I don't understand why you would want to put your diamond necklace on or a diamond necklace on a dog. Like,
you could have kept that fun fact.
to yourself.
Mm-hmm. Ew. I'm really grossed out hearing that.
But then we get into like I guess, they always put the most exciting stuff at the end of the episodes, and it's getting tired. Like, guys, you could surprise me a little something in the middle of the episode. I mean, so tired of waiting until like 9:50 and all the fun stuff be happening. I'd be like, oh, whatever.
Mhm.
But Bronwyn's husband gets involved because we see the ladies having a conversation about the Heather and Bronwyn situation. Lisa calls Heather on FaceTime while Bronwyn steps away. Bronwyn comes back and she's like, why are you calling Heather on my trip? Which rightfully so, because like, why are you calling the girl who didn't even get an invite on my trip? And
Yeah.
then we just went to ask her about the situation. Da 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 da. That whole thing just starts to unravel and blow up. The ladies are going crazy at the poolside. The men are chilling and
Mhm.
they hear it and they're like, they're getting louder. They're getting louder. Key, 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 key. Uh-oh, something's going on there. Bronwyn's husband decides to interfere or interject, and he says something along the lines of, "Oh, why don't you guys just call Heather?" And they all turn to him and they're laughing like, "We did, ha 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 ha, we did." And then he flips. Bronwyn obviously gets upset, and she's like she's in the dining area talking to Whitney, and ultimately she just gets upset and she's just like, I don't understand why Elisa is being like this. She's just being very nasty, blah, blah, blah. But Todd, Bronwyn's husband, says, oh no, do you want me to tell them that they need to go? And Bronwyn's like, yeah. And I was just like, how do we get here? Like, day one of the freaking trip. It hasn't even been 12 hours on this trip. And y'all are saying like they need to leave if like Lisa doesn't get her shit together. Like, I don't know. It just felt very crazy and dramatic. And like, I get it. Like, they're the hosts, but also, I don't know. I kind of feel like Bronwyn's husband was being like, he kept saying, like, oh, I want this to be a drama free weekend. I don't want to deal with the drama. I don't know if you know this, sir, but your wife signed up to be on a reality TV show. So, like, expecting peace is very unrealistic. Like, you literally signed up for this. So,
Excuse me, sir. Um, this is the name of the show. Okay.
yeah.
So I thoroughly don't think he knew that this was the show for real, for real. Like, I don't put it past him that he's like, doesn't really get that, like, no, they do scenes, production, there's going to be a little argument, like, everything will be fine. Like, I think he went into actual, like, husband mode of, like, I'm not having it. My wife's not happy. Get it together or get gone, like, type of thing. And this was my key point, what I wanted to call out. This shows the difference between a cash trip paid for by Bravo and a trip paid for by a husband. Because a cash trip, you're not telling nobody to leave, sir. Okay,
Right. Who are
you
you?
your room. Like, that's it. His trip that he paid for. Oh, y'all can get up. Y'all can go. And when he said, give him some money, get him a car, and get him out of here.
Mm-hmm.
He's paying for this trip. Okay, and y'all are not about to upset his wife on a trip he paid for. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
So I think we all understand, like, this is the name of the show, this is the name of the game. They should have paid for this trip
Yeah.
because he
Yeah.
paid for it. No, y'all gotta go. My wife,
Right.
everybody leaves. There was another line by Bronwyn that I thought was funny when she said, what she said? When she got up from the pool and was storming off, she was like, and if I'm on your side, I better be riding your dick, like da 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 da. That's what she said. I'm like,
Yes. Yes. She was mad. She was angry.
ooh, the girls are. The girls are upset.
She
Okay.
was angry. She did not. She was very upset with Lisa, and like rightfully so because like, bitch, I'm not your fan. I'm your friend.
Okay. That's a good. Lisa thinks she has fans. She thinks all the girls are her fans and totally get it and are like, what? Like I saw her in the, I don't even know what these things are. You know, when they have the two housewives sitting on the couches together and they're kind of talking about the
Oh,
episode.
it's called After Show, I think, or something like
Okay.
that.
That. So I saw one of those clips and they're breaking down this scene or whatever. And Lisa's like, like, I don't understand. Like, we just wanted to call her, whatever. Brittany gonna say, I was waiting for somebody to call me. I didn't get a phone call. And Lisa's like, oh, like, girl.
Brittany, please. For a second when you said Brittany, I had to even remember, like, jog my memory for a second. Like, who is that?
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Brittany talking about something. I was waiting for a phone call. No one called me. One, that's how you know Lisa was being messy because why you didn't call Brittany, your friend that's not on the trip, and you only called Heather to be messy. And then Lisa also said in that thing like, I could have had the phone call in private and maybe I should have, did it in private and maybe called one of the other girls in with me because we were missing our friend. We were missing our friend. So that's why I called her. You knew better. You knew you were
Yeah.
supposed to do that and you chose to do that anyway.
I like people who stand on their shit. And I just feel like if you being messy, just say that you was being messy. Like what's the worst somebody gonna do to you? Oh, they
Like
gonna be up. Oh my God, yeah, he beat me up because I was being messy. Like they're not gonna do that. This is a show. They want their jobs. Like nobody's gonna beat you up.
exactly. What's the Monique sound? Because you can't beat me up. Like, so that's such a like that's the state of being everybody needs to have, like, because you can't
Just
beat me
stand
up.
on your shit.
Like, what are you gonna do? So I thoroughly agree, and I know we aren't on Real Housewives of Potomac right now, but that's
Are
the
we
reason why.
gonna see that tonight?
Yes, that's the reason why I don't like Ashley because she never stand on what you said, never stand on what she do. Like, girl, don't act like we stupid. Don't act like we're dumb. It's this is who you are. Just stand on what you say and stand on what you like. But in her case, Kiana could beat her up. So maybe that's
Yeah.
maybe that's a tread lightly because you could get beat up. So maybe not the winning strategy there. But for everybody else, they should have just stood on their business, stood on it.
On that business.
Dang, we're
Um,
that she didn't get invited either, or she didn't want to come.
who?
Mary.
Oh no, Mary decided not to come because she said she needs to spend the weekend with her son.
Okay.
I'm not going on no couple trips though. If like my man not going, like fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not about to be seventh wheeling. Like fuck out of here.
That's weird. And this one was very, very couple trip. Like not even
Yeah.
like the Real Housewives of Atlanta type couple trip or something like that. Like this was very women over here, men over here. That's it. So yeah, I wouldn't have
I've
did
been
it.
in that place throwing up middle fingers all day. Like
Like I would have been the drunkest one. Like just I don't even care.
another shot, everyone. Get
Okay,
the
we take
get
it.
that tequila.
Shots on Todd. Shots on like my boy got it. Mm-mm. Put it on Todd tab, and I would have. That would have been it. So, ciao. Is there anything else for SLC? Anything else we're
No,
missing?
that is all for SLC. We didn't get a preview because Bravo loves to. I feel like the producers or the editors are just not meeting their deadlines because every week or every show we're just seeing to be continued. So I need everyone to get on their Zoom. This is not okay.
Okay.
This is not
Yeah.
okay.
Why y'all can't give us a clip of what's gonna happen? But you know what it is? They don't have much to pull from. So that's why they be saying to be continued. Because it's like one argument next episode. And that's all we got for y'all. So because what they're gonna do next week, they're gonna replay the end of this one, like
Mhm.
for the first 10 minutes, and then move on. We know your tricks.
We know.
You
We
know.
know.
You might as well put us in the lab and let us edit something.
Honestly, just say the word.
We could edit something up for y'all. So let's move to Real Housewives of Potomac. I actually had a good time with this episode. Not gonna lie. I know they didn't move, they stayed in one spot, I feel like the whole episode. But I like the craziness. I like the madness of like you guys are something else. Everybody's a character here. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So we pick up the episode is picking up from the butt dialing story. Um And we find out Ray and Karen have had difficulty in their marriage, but he's her soldier during this whole situation. Um, and Mia feeling like she got Karen, like you were messing with my girl, so I had to get you back. And I got her to say something, I got her to say she drinks. I got her to say something. So what are your thoughts about, now that we've completed the whole scene at this dinner, about Mia bringing this story up after 3 years, the butt dialing, but then more importantly, feeling like she got Karen?
I just feel like it's tired. I think we were talking about this last week. Like, it's very tired for the constant, like, oh, you were with someone else. Oh, like you were caught drinking and driving. So this is something that you do. You drink and drive all the time. Like, first of all, like Mia, let me just remind you that there's a limit. Right? Like people can drink
Yeah,
and drive. It's
sure.
just a limit to what you need to be drinking and driving. So like let's just stop. Like I just feel like Mia, what is it? Misery Loves Company. Mia is really big in her Misery Loves Company era. And it's just like because your shit stinks, you want other people's shit to stink too.
Yeah.
And I'm so tired of her.
It's not working. It's like, and I don't get, why is your mission to get Karen in the first place? Like,
Mhm.
what about that is, who told you to do that? Because it's like not working. It's like it's not
Oh,
working,
yes.
and we don't care. So, and I think every time I watch what happens live, where you get kind of real feedback from other fans or read the comments, everybody's saying the same thing. Like, it's a case. Like, she can't talk about it.
Yeah.
So
What are you like? Why are you? I don't know. Just unrealistic expectations.
and I'm thinking of when they filmed this. This was like in the thick of the whole court case, right? Like, I think we're watching this now, but I can imagine when this went down, it was not far off of the incident happening
Yeah.
and having the case. So she really was not willing to talk about it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think now she's had some time to prepare with her attorneys as to like how to address it. But like, this is
Yeah.
probably close to real time that it was
Mhm.
happening for them. So I would probably be even more shut down and not saying anything
Yeah.
than trying to, oh yeah, I drink. Um, and I wrote a note like, I hate that this is the Mia show. Like, I feel like if they keep centering her, at least on this trip, it feels like it's Mia's friends, it's Mia's events, it's Mia. Like, I just feel like she's such the center of the show. And then they had a scene with her by the pool and like, it's a lot of Mia for, and other people have other stuff going on. Like, what does Wendy have going on? What does what's the girl? Any other girls?
Is
Like,
that
what does
so?
anybody else have going on? Wendy quit her job, so like what's she been doing since then? And we found out about the mother-in-law not liking her, and then that was just like,
That was it. It was
haven't
flat.
heard anything else. So give us somebody else. I'm tired of hearing more and more about Mia overall. So um go ahead.
No, I said I agree. But also, I think this is her because I just looked at the cast photo for this season and she is in the center. So I guess this is her living
Okay.
up to that center blossom. I don't know what they are. Are they blossoms? Are they? I don't know what
Somebody
the.
is champagne. I think they're champagne. I think.
Oh, okay.
I think they're champagne. I don't know what the girls are. All I know is center peach. And that's what
Yeah, yeah.
I love to say that. You think you center peach and you not. But so then we move on. Stacy's talking to her boyfriend, best friend, life partner, whatever.
Best friend, boyfriend combo. And
Yeah.
he's like a actor. Like he's like been on Days of Our Lives. I think that was what I saw it. He's been on some things, and I think they were like, "Oh, he's like an extra." And she's like,
Ah,
"No, no, he
like,
ain't an extra. He's an actor."
he has lines. Okay, okay, girl. Um, So, okay, this one I thought was funny. The ladies are waiting for Wendy's birthday. Like, they have their pajamas on, just sitting on the couch, and they're like waiting for it to hit midnight. And Wendy talks about this being one of her best birthdays ever. Like, Wendy, Are you trying to buy friends? Like, are you trying to campaign for friendship by telling these girls first? Like, didn't she say she travels every year for her birthday out of the country? Every year she travels out of the country for her birthday, but this year is one of the best ones in North Carolina with your coworkers. Okay. Um,
This was so like I don't want to say I felt bad for Wendy because I didn't, but I just felt like could never be me. That could never be me. Like you're ending a decade. This is a milestone birthday, babe. You're turning 40 and this is how you're bringing it in. Like no twerking, no balloons, no shots, no headstands, no strippers, no like I don't even know like where like what? Everyone is sitting in their pajamas just like okay, 11:55, rubbing toes, rubbing feet together, like, oh, 11:55, Wendy, it's almost your time, girl. Like, hell freaking no. I would have left.
they
I
weren't
think
even talking loud. You said they're whispering those.
I
7:55.
I would have left. I literally would have been like, nah, like what the fuck? I would have been on the phone with my friends, like, these bitches is doing in their pajamas. This is so fucking whack.
Also, I think she's trying to buy friends. Because why are you lying? Come on, this is one of my best birthdays ever. How? Like, what about this was like, woo? Like that time I was in Ibiza. Like this tops that. Huh? How? What did we miss? What happened?
Yeah.
They're not
I
even
feel
making the trip about your birthday for you to act like this is the greatest birthday ever. Like the dinner, they didn't bring out no cake. Like they didn't do anything for you to be like,
nothing. Nothing. There wasn't a confetti thing. There wasn't there was nothing.
there
There
was
was
nothing.
absolutely nothing. And I just kind of felt like, why are y'all forcing us to watch this? Why are y'all forcing us to watch this? Like we don't the show films at the same time every year. I get it. The girl's not on a trip this year for her birthday. But why now do we have to experience this? Like we could have just left it at just don't show us nothing about the girl birthday. Just
Just don't. Just don't. If y'all not gonna do it right for the girl, then don't. The fact that the dinner had Mia's friends at it and not Wendy's friends for Wendy's birthday, okay. This is the greatest birthday ever. Greatest.
greatest B-Day ever on Lake Norman. My
You
God.
to be there. Like, girl, good night. Um, I'm gonna skip over the scene of Mia at the pool with Jacqueline because I don't remember. I watched it, but I didn't care. Did you have something about that?
No.
Okay, great. So then we see the cap and gown ceremony. That's graduation, ain't it?
Yeah.
They
I
kept
don't know.
calling it a cap and gown ceremony, and I was like, that's Gen Z. That's what they call it. That's how they
Well,
do it
some of them Catholic schools and stuff, you know, they very weird in particular about their words. I don't know.
now. This new
Private
generation.
schools.
My auntie come on, like, this new generation child, they don't say graduation no more. They say cap and gown ceremony. But I feel like Giselle as a mom always looks good. And the little montage of the girls throughout the years was like really cute to see them growing up because we have seen
Yeah.
them for a long, long time. Um, but I did write a note down, ain't enough tears for me. I didn't get the tear falling from the eye. She sounded a little choked up at times, but I wanted an actual tear to come out, and I ain't see that. So that's all I that's all I had on the kids.
Hmm.
The
I
twins.
feel that too. Like I'm sorry, but Giselle don't ever she ain't, it's not enough of that she could do to ever make me feel like
That's just that on that. So then the big scene that I feel like this scene was like the whole half.
long.
This was, and even when I look at our notes from it, like it's the whole thing. Um, so this is they're sitting at the picnic table in the house and they're having breakfast. Um, so I missed this part.
What?
Seeing Mia's doctor's offices and her opening doctor's offices. When
Yeah, so they said they started off with breakfast. Happy birthday, Wendy. Today, Mia says today we're gonna go visit some of the doctor's offices that I've opened.
Hmm.
Why? What? Like, why am I going? Like, first of all, what do you mean you open doctor's offices? Like, are you is she referring to the business that didn't go far with her husband? Like, I don't know what she's
Yeah.
talking about. Like,
It has to
'cause
be that. What's that thing? It was called like the foot spa or the foot, not foot
it
spa,
was
but it was
called
like
something,
the
something.
the
It was
joint, the bone or something.
joint doctor or
Yeah,
something.
something. Yeah.
But my thing is like, okay, so you did that. What and why would you think like, oh yeah, this is what's going to eat on this trip? I'm gonna bring the girls to the office. They gonna meet Doctor whoever. Like, girl, don't nobody care. This is really giving like it's the Mia show. And
Yeah.
it's pissing me off because like I don't like as a viewer, respectfully or disrespectfully, I don't care about Mia in her offices that she opened. I actually don't want to hear another like storyline about Mia.
At all. And now we're
If
getting another one. Now we're
like
getting Mia, the business owner. I don't care. So I don't know whose good side does she get on for this season where it's like now we're gonna promote her. Like, what is happening here? We didn't even talk about Wendy's podcast, not her podcast, her show. She has the Dr. Wendy show. Like, it's the girl birthday. Can we just go to a spa today?
something,
I don't get it.
something.
So this trip to North Carolina, my eyelashes bother me. But this trip to North Carolina was about Mia. Like we knew it, but now it's like blatantly obvious that that's why we're here. So who is she cool with in production? Like what happened? Did
She
they?
must she must know some tea on somebody.
She has to. Something happened between her earlier seasons to now. And maybe because she gave them such an explosive reunion, they feel like they owe her one. But y'all are giving her a lot.
Hmm.
More to come. More to come on that. More to come on that. We got to figure that out. Then we get to where we at now. Giselle calls Wendy. I kind of liked it. I'm not gonna lie. She was like, "Go 40. It's your birthday. Go for it." And it was like, "Oh, look at them being friends." I did kind of like it. You
I
ain't like
ain't I ain't like it. It's just like it's just like
it?
coworkers just working hard so they don't get fired.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. Okay.
Yeah, that was it. I was like, whatever.
She didn't even say her name. Now I think about it. She said, "Go 40. It's your birthday." You supposed to say go Wendy. You supposed to say go Wendy. That's
That's
like,
actually kind of funny.
like, that was funny. Now that I think about it, go 40. It's your birthday. Um, okay, so boom. Jacqueline wants a moment. And I forget how she popped it off. I think no. This is how it started. Kay brings up the fact that like let's go easy on Karen this morning because y'all came for her last night. And then
Hmm.
he just starts chiming in with like, it was friend boot camp and blah blah blah. And then I don't know how we ended up on her Kay having a drug dealer boyfriend in the back and forth.
Um, dang, what was it? It was because
Oh, the
Mia
storyline.
said yes, Mia said like, oh, something about we have to work to get you a flute. And
Yes.
and Kay was like, I didn't ask to be here. You had to like you gotta go through stuff so that you could be here.
Okay. I did remember Kay, and Kay clocked in on that one. She was like, "No, that love triangle you had, like that was for you to get your flute." And then
Mhm.
brings up the drug dealer boyfriend. Now this is gonna sound crazy. I feel like all the it girls have had a drug dealer boyfriend. So I don't know that was the. I don't get that being like, ooh, like oh no, like okay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, yeah, like okay, I won't say every girl, but I think there are a good amount of girls who have definitely had their share of dating a man who is very active in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever that looks like, if that's
Okay.
like gangs,
Where
you
you just
know,
gotta mind your business, but you gotta
drugs.
know. But
And then I don't know, whatever their poisons are. I think every girl has had at least a dabble with a man who's done something. So,
yeah.
yeah.
So I didn't get the like the shock value. It kind of gave like, okay.
And more importantly, like, even if she did, she's not dating him now. Like, she got a whole new man who, and like she said, he's a licensed social worker. Is that what she said? A social
Yeah,
worker?
she said that.
Okay, yeah. So it's
Oh, oh, geez.
like,
Um,
please, like, my man, okay, I did, and now I leveled up. Next.
but I've always hated like if it happened in the past, it don't matter. Like that's not who I'm with right now. So what do we talk about? Why am I having a sneeze fest? Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't have, well, okay. Oh, but then this is where we see Ashley not standing on her business because Ashley says something about, oh, no, 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 no. Was it the stitches?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
no, no. This is before the stitches. So Ashley butts in and was like, "Yeah, it was a rumor that you were with a drug dealer."
And who asked you? Like, she just be wanting to say stuff. Like, seriously, because if I'm at the table, I'm like Stacy in this moment. I'm just listening to what everybody's saying. I'm like, ooh, ooh,
Popcorn. Yeah.
ooh, ooh. But Ashley always got to put her toe in something.
And the toe don't be towing because what? Like, again, it was a rumor that he was a drug dealer. Again, she's not with him. So what are we talking about? Like that's it's y'all move
They
on.
should have said it was a rumor that your man was grabbing people's
But
butts.
and was on the grinder. Like, that's what it need to be rumors of. Girl, sit down. Um, this is the part I thought was crazy. So Kay was like, "Weren't you a stripper?" And Mia was like, "Yeah, I was a stripper." Mia told us she was a waiter, or like she was just working at the strip
Like
club.
at the club. Yeah, yeah.
Now you're like, "Yeah, I was a stripper." Huh? Lying? Like, is that what we're doing now? And for Mia to say, um, Kay was in the streets, and Kay's like, but you were a stripper, like that is the streets. Like
It really don't get more street than stripper.
what else are we talking about? Like
Like,
what,
I know, and this is no disrespect to my girls, to my stripper girls, but hoe talk is a thing.
403,
Like
403 or whatever,
403 talk is a
403
thing.
time. Okay, you will go down
And
that rabbit hole.
if you ever go down that rabbit hole, them girls be on the street. Like, I saw this girl, she was recording. She had them. She's like, look at them across the street. That's how I know I'm that girl. Cause I was like, oh shoot, I don't know how I got on here.
Video, she had the fur on and everything. She was like, "Yeah,
Yes.
I know, I'm all that. Look at them, they over there. I didn't know y'all had turfs." Like, I didn't know that's how this works. So I'm like, the nerve of. I think this is the continual pattern with Mia is like you're calling people out for stuff that like you do, or
Yeah.
like you're trying to be above people and you're like just as dirty as the thing you're calling out. Like for drug dealer girlfriend and stripper are two very different things. Like Kay could have been like the most wholesome girl and just happened to be dating a drug dealer, whatever.
Right.
But like you choosing to be a stripper, come on. Like don't call nobody out for nothing that they are doing at all. And then stop lying because you was a waiter who was just serving food. And that's how you
Mhm.
make courted. Now all of a
Mhm.
sudden you're a stripper. Stacey had a good little confessional. That was funny. Where she was like, I don't know why we're talking about strippers, but
Wait, was she a stripper? Oh.
I guess that is true. So okay. It's just like, yo, she's a little somebody said she's like what's the Katie? They said she's like Katie, but just a little more like together. And I'm like, I can see that. I can see that. Where it's like just a little zany, little whatever. But she's not as unhinged as Katie was in like those last season when she was just calling people stupid and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, so then this is when um Mia brings up Stitches. And I don't know why Mia brought up the Stitches first. And she was like, after Kay says, you were the streets when you were a stripper, Mia goes, something, something, Stitches. I don't get why we brought that up. So then Kay responds with like, didn't you assault Wendy? Like, what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And then we get even further off the rails because then Bowhead come in and she's like, oh yeah, do you have a scar? To Kiana.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, because I know she just started her skincare. So I was wondering, like, did she use the skincare to get rid of her scar? And I just felt like in that moment, I would have broken the fourth wall. And I would have said to the producers, hi, it's in Ashley's best interest if I'm not next to her because I'm really about to beat the brakes off of you.
But can you do your Kiana impression one more time when she says, "Don't ask me about my scar"? Because you did it
I
good
don't
last week.
even
You
remember
did it good. You did it so good last week. And we thought it was gonna come up this episode, so I need you to do it again. It's like, don't ask me about my scar.
I don't even remember how I did
You
it.
committed so good last week because we were like, oh, we wonder if finally, Kay's gonna clock in, and you were like, yeah, she's gonna say, don't ask me about my scar.
Don't
Uh,
ask me about my scar.
exactly.
She was and right. Don't ask me when it's your fault. Like it's really your fault.
What are you? And it's like, this is maybe the third time this season Ashley has done something and it acted like, what? Like, I don't get why she's mad at me. Why am I getting
What did
backlash?
I do? Now why am I in it? Like what?
What are you
Like
talking about?
true definition of throwing rocks and hiding her hand.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because again, you didn't even have to chime in at all. Like Mia saying Stitches was already too far. For you to double down on that or like to take it to the next level on that by saying, oh, yeah, do you have a scar? Like, you try to pivot it and make it like, oh, she used her skincare to fix it up. No, I feel like you was trying to ask her, like,
Trying to be funny.
yeah, like, was it really all that? Like, oh yeah, last year you was crying about having a scar. I don't even see it. It gave that.
Yeah.
And again, she did it to Stacy with a boyfriend thing. Like, I don't know why it's a big deal. You were talking about him. Here we have this, when she ran to the car and got closed in, just always a lot of like, I didn't do anything. I don't know why everybody's so mad at me. What did I do? I can't stand people. I really
Yeah.
can't. Like those people can't be near me. To your point, move her seat or move my seat. We can't be next to each other because that's gaslighting.
I think like it's also very telling that Ashley does these little things, but yet and still has no storyline. Like it's definitely time for her to get fired or a demotion.
Yeah, I think we've seen all we can see from her. Like she hasn't tried to turn a new leaf and give us a new chapter for her. And the chapter that we know is the same one we've seen for at least 3 seasons now. It's time to hang it up. Like what else could she give us? And we haven't seen it. Like maybe the kids even been on the show this season?
No. No.
So you can't even give us like mom stuff. It's just this still, I'm getting divorced from Michael. Okay. And then Gina. So maybe
Darn.
she's coming as a friend for Gina, but that's it.
Wait,
Hmm.
is she in the cast photo? She need not be. Oh, she is in that cast
No
photo.
forehead in it. So yeah, done with her. So Kay storms off. She comes back and sets the boundary like, Ashley, you can't ask me about my scar. So then we get to the part that I really liked. Karen, Karen says, "Can I just be messy for a moment? Like, can I just do this?
You mind if
And
I cook?
can I cook if you don't mind?" Um, and turns to Jacqueline and says, "How are things going with your PP?" And meaning your what is it, partner parent or something like that.
Yes,
How are
yes.
things going with him? And Jacqueline, just a deer in headlights, like doesn't even know what's about to happen to her. She's like, things are great. We're doing the best we can for our family. Da, 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 da. And Karen drops like, what about the 25 convictions? Let's talk about that because you're talking about court cases and he got 25 convictions. So let's get into it. And from what I gathered from what Jacqueline said, there was an internal investigation in the police department, and it's a racist department, and that caused him to lose his job. What? Like, what are you? Was this like police brutality, or like what are we? I got lost, and I feel like Jacqueline, like you completely just bow down to Karen because she got you on the stand defending your partner for like just out of nowhere. Total like perfect deflection on Karen's part. Way to get her back. Duke it out. I thought it was classic. It was really, really good, honestly. And Jacqueline just wasn't ready for that.
Um, so he worked for the police department?
That's what Jacqueline was saying. Like it was all I got was there's an internal investigation in the police department, and it was a racist department, and he lost his job.
Because before I cook, I just want to verify the facts, but I'm gonna cook
Yeah. I'm
anyway.
pretty sure I don't even know how to search it, but I think like when I wrote
I,
that down as
I'm
a
literally like trying to look on Reddit right now. Um, I don't even care. I don't even care if he worked in the police department or not. But first of all, if you got fired from the police department, you did that shit. You really did. Do you know how hard, even when you do that shit, they don't even be wanting to let people go. Like we've seen these cops kill people and they've just gotten suspended or whatever else. Whatever you did, 25, you was guilty
did
for
it.
all 25 of them
You
shits.
did
And
it.
they had to wrap you up and get you up out of there. What's also crazy though is that you told this to your best friend, and your best friend, Miss Messy Boots Mia, told Karen, and Karen said, I'm gonna keep this right in my back pocket and use it when it's good. And this was the time that it was good, and she ate. She ate you up and
Me.
had you sitting there quiet, still
I
in.
mean, just looking completely lost. And it was the perfect setup because I'm telling you, Jacqueline was not ready. Like she's like, oh, things are going great. We're working on our relationship, blah, blah. She like, you want to yell at the screen, like, girl, run, like, get out of there. She about to get you. Like, it was crazy. Oh my God, what did you
I'm
see?
sorry, I just found it from Reddit. It says now it's Reddit, guys, so don't hold your breath. But it says
Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly.
allegedly, while working as a police officer, he was arrested on three separate occasions for over 25 convictions. He's currently still employed as a police officer, allegedly. But he was basically doing things like hiding evidence.
Mm, mm, mm. Dun dun dun.
So he was a bad cop. He was a messy cop.
Mm.
He
Jacqueline, you should have
was
ate your
protecting and
food.
serving. He wasn't protecting and serving. He ain't protecting and serving you, boo.
You should have ate your food. You really should have ate your food.
Should have, because that's bad.
Y'all got this on the oof. Mm.
And then it was Mia sitting here in the confessional talking about some, you know, he was really down, and I've watched Jacqueline rebuild this man. And yeah, I was just like, this is embarrassing. Like, Mia, you've embarrassed your friend to a like she was already embarrassed, but now like you sitting here saying that, like it's only making it worse. Like you
Yes.
making it worse. Like, what are you talking about? Rebuilt a man? Rebuilt a man?
But it's like, Mia, you're validating what Karen said. So now they'll never beat Karen because now exactly like everything Karen said is a fact, right? Like now it's not like, oh, Karen just made something up. This like the butt dialing thing, you made it up, right? Like what I don't know what you're talking about. Moving on. Karen and these convictions and then Mia validating it. Oh, so it's true. Like this is the truth and you can't get around it. And now Karen won. She ate you up. You should have just shut up. I don't know why Jacqueline talking about some, yeah, she called me drunk. That literally set the worst chain of events for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they could play that sound, it's on TikTok and stuff, it's like, and is at this point, she knew she fucked up. Like that's this one. Like that's that one where it's like you messed up bad, girl.
Real
You were
bad.
dangerous, girl. But the other thing I wanted to highlight about Mia not being a good friend is when they're at the table and this is going down, Mia's just drinking her drink.
Yeah, she's
Like,
quiet or
like
silent.
look around, everybody on mute. Like, you're not gonna say anything. You're not gonna be like, all right, too much, low blow, don't bring it up.
Don't
Even
call
like
my friend. Like, even if it was like, you need to mind your business, like that would have been okay.
something, but it was the fact that she just literally like had her mimosa and was like, are you serious? You're not gonna say nothing for your friend? And then this would have been a perfect time for Mia to bring those screenshots of the. Remember later on in the episode, she's gonna like show on her phone the court case and stuff. You're supposed to bring that out right there. Why bring that out in the room? You're supposed to be like, Karen, I know you're not talking. Here's your stuff. You didn't even help your friend. Didn't even help your friend. So I don't know why Jacqueline is riding so hard for Mia. That's not your friend. It's like
Mm-mm.
that's not your friend. I don't know who she is to you, but that's not your friend. Um, she's not she's not your friend. Um, so that I think that's the end of them at the table, finally. I will say I like the little background commentary of Wendy, Stacy, Jossie, like just kind of clocking all the like hypocritical and crazy moments that were going on because to me that made it a little bit more light, a little bit more funny. They were like, now everybody has a pass. Now
Now
everybody
everybody has a pet. That was funny. That was
that
like
was
the
funny.
like in White Chicks.
You want to talk
Now you
about
want to mamas.
exactly. So that was like stuff like that. I thought it was funny when Karen goes, I don't know what Jacqueline was talking about. Like, yeah, Patrick told me, and Karen's like, oh yeah, Patrick talks to you. Mm-hmm. That
Yep.
was hilarious. And then Wendy
She
telling
said,
Ash,
shut your ass up. She told that to Ashley. No, she said, did she say shut your ass up or sit your ass down?
go.
And it's funny because I have never seen Wendy like talk like that. Like obviously she has had some back and forth, but she was also like, sit your ass down. And Stacy was in the background like, it's her birthday. You listen to her. It's her birthday.
Yeah. You know what Ashley did? She said
Sit down. Exactly. And shut up. Exactly.
shut up. Exactly what she did. And was looking like, oh my God. Like, yeah, sit down. So then they like we finally break off. We not having breakfast no more, thank God. And
Thank God.
and we get into the room. Now, this is what I got annoyed with. It's Mia really wants Karen to say, I was drinking and driving on national television with an open case. And I don't get why that doesn't make sense to her. Like, I don't get, I think this was the first time that I felt like, no, she just, it's not clicking. And I don't get why it's not clicking for her. Because even if like this wasn't an open court case, it's just not politically correct, if you will, to be
Mhm.
on TV talking about, yeah, I drink and drive. Like you
It's not, yeah. Like it's
how is
bad to drink and drive.
why would she ever say that?
Like, let me just clarify. It's bad to drink and drive beyond the limit,
Yeah.
guys. Like,
Beyond legal limits, it's wrong.
it's
But I
wrong.
wouldn't stand on TV and be like, oh yeah, girl, I drink and
Yeah,
drive all
I be
the
drinking and driving all the time. Yup, me and my friends. That's
time. Like,
cool.
I wouldn't say that. So I don't get what the ask is for and why she won't let it go. And trying to make it like, oh, our friend or whatever. Like, y'all are not friends like that.
Yeah.
Let it go. Let it
Yeah.
go.
More
Um,
importantly, I feel like it gives fam. Like you are, I like if I was Karen, I really would have been like, you're a fucking fan.
yeah.
Like you're a fan. You have screenshots of my convictions, or I'm not my convictions of my charges in
Yes.
your phone. Like, what else do you have in that phone? You over here pulling out stories about me from 3 years ago.
Yes.
What else? Like
It was it was the
Karen needs to
screenshot
get
of the
this girl, like,
blogs too. She has
yes,
screenshots of blogs and articles. I'm like,
you
okay,
Karen needs to get this girl like a shirt. Number one fan of the Karen Huger fan club.
okay.
Get her a shirt. Get her a hat.
Facts. The grand dames approve, like something.
I hope she come with some props. Hope I'm giving you some ideas,
Okay.
Karen.
She a fan, she a fan, she a fan. She had the boxing gloves in her confessional. You saw
She
that?
did, and I like
So
that.
I like that too. It was cute. So, and then to wrap up the episode, Stacy just takes us on. Stacy takes us on now.
Stacy is literally like, lights are on. No
But
one
no,
is home. Because I'm sorry, you have been friends with this lady. You knew about the situation. You've been in multiple rooms with her up until this point, and it takes these girls showing you the charges for you to be like, oh my God, oh my God, like, I'm questioning everything now. Like, this is serious. What the hell did you think she was getting charged for before, babe? Like, what did you think? Like, broken tail light or something? What did you think the charges were for?
girl, the lady done ran off the road. What you talking about?
But it's also like to me, like, okay, so now you learned about the charges, and this is what it takes for you to be like
But and
in our friendship.
you knew it was something because let's take it all the way back. See, I'm a good watcher of this show. So from the first episode when we meet Stacy, the first time we meet Stacy and they're at Auntie's boutique. I forgot what Auntie name is, but we at
Vivian.
okay, Auntie Vivian boutique. So when we at the boutique, I remember Stacy going to Karen and being like, "Oh, is it okay if we drink around you? Like,
Mhm.
should we not have this with you around?" So you knew it was something. You were trying to, I ain't like when you did that because we had just met you and I ain't like, don't come for Karen like that.
Don't be shady. Yeah.
Now for you to be like DUI, like girl, you were scared to drink around her. What are you talking about? Like you like what? Why are we switching up and getting weird? And then I really thought it was crazy when Mia tried to act like they want to get Karen in rehab, and Stacy's like, "Ugh, like, does my friend have a problem that I don't know? Like, I feel like the girls really lost the plot of the story as well because it's like now y'all want her to go to rehab. Like, hang it up, hang it up. Like, I've had enough. That this episode drained me by this point. Like, let's
Yeah.
just
I just feel like I was thinking about it. I'm like, this is supposed to be a cash trip, and we ain't seen nothing about Charlotte besides this house. We done
yeah.
seen a house and we done seen a lake. And the lake was, I don't even know why we saw the lake, if we being quite honest, if we being quite frank. So, um, yeah, I feel like this was just like an episode that kind of did nothing for me. Like it was,
Yeah.
it's just stretched out for no reason. And then I'm pretty sure we're gonna get another episode out of it next week.
We got to see
And
the doctor's offices next week.
you you excited?
I just wanted to make you mad.
Are you excited?
I just wanted to upset you because that's exactly what we're gonna do next week. So we're not leaving Charlotte next week. We're still gonna be there, and we got like one more thing of Mia's stuff to do.
Yeah.
We're gonna pick up from the house though,
Yeah.
because the last scene is Stacy telling Karen the girls think you need to go to rehab. So we gotta have the continuation of that. And then we can go visit Mia's doctor's offices, and then maybe we can leave Charlotte. One can only hope that we move on. Like you said, we haven't even seen a coffee shop. We haven't seen the mall. We haven't seen a
What is
landmark.
what is Charlotte known for?
Uh, there's a football team there, isn't it? Didn't I say?
Yeah, we talked about the Panthers, but
Yeah.
is that what they're known for?
And they don't. It when I went there, they have a Bank of America like headquarters there. There was like a big sign for that.
Please, please, please.
um, they have a typical like nightlife. Like there was like a pretty, exciting downtown area, but it wasn't like Bourbon Street. Like it was just a downtown area, bar club area. I don't
Mm,
I didn't see much of like there wasn't anything to me that was like only in Charlotte. That type of stuff that happens when you're like only in New Orleans or only in Nashville. Like this,
mm.
it didn't give that. I don't know where they could even go. That would be exciting if I'm being honest. Like, I don't, is there a landmark in Charlotte?
Sure, I don't know.
I don't even think
I,
there's a
I ain't never gonna make nobody go there.
I don't think there's a bridge or nothing that you just gotta see. I think I went to a museum when I was there.
Nice.
That's the thing. The lake is exciting because I don't think there's much else to do. I don't think there's much else to do.
Oh,
Um,
nice. I love that.
yeah, they could have let them do like horseback riding or something, right? North Carolina has that kind of stuff.
I'm seeing some NASCAR. NASCAR. They could have maybe did like a NASCAR or something. I don't know. Go racing. I don't know, chat. Listen, who cares? Why am I working? Why am I working for free?
Working for free for Bravo. Mm-mm. Not for what's Andy's last name?
Cohen.
Yep, that is it. I was about to give him a crazy last name. But yeah, Andy Cohen, don't work for him for free. No can do. No can do. So I think that's it. That's it for the episode. The madness, the craziness, we made it through. One more episode. Um, I forgot how I always forget this part.
Oh, the
Oh,
question.
yes. Okay. Here I go. Here I go. Here I go. I gotta remember to do this part. Um,
Do you need questions? Because I can just
I
be
like surprising you though. So
so
no. Oh, let's go with what's the worst holiday in your opinion?
like that we
Worst,
have awful.
just whatever however you want to define it. Just whatever what you think the worst holiday is.
The worst holiday, dang.
Uh-huh.
It's like I feel like I'm trying to think of one that I still gotta go to work for.
That's a worse one. The fact that I don't get this day off, that makes it bad.
So we're gonna start with everyone I gotta go in for, but that's obviously not many of them since I work in the education sector and they do be freeing the children. Not you side eyeing.
Because I don't get no days off, so I be tired.
You got Monday off?
What's Monday?
Oh, it's Veterans Day.
No, I don't have it all. Nope, don't have it all. Mm-mm.
Oh gosh. But morally speaking, morally, like I honestly feel like indigenous peoples, like I know they tried to like remix and remake that indigenous peoples
Mhm.
Italian heritage, like th- let's just not, guys. Like morally speaking, we definitely don't need to be celebrating this. Like let's just give them a new date.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the rebrand. I do use that term instead of the previous.
Yeah.
I definitely call it Indigenous Peoples Day, but I don't like the idea of like it's still, steeped in that other holiday and we're
Yeah.
just changing the name of it. Like give people what they deserve, you know? I feel like other cultures do have like there is Hispanic History Month or, we should have an Indigenous Peoples Month as well and do it that way. Um,
We should have off for Black History Month.
the whole month.
Why not? All my life I had to fight.
Okay, it's the shortest month. So just let's have that day off.
Right.
That month off. What the my least favorite holiday? Like I said, I don't get many holidays. I feel like probably get I used to say I get the same holidays as like the post office, but I probably get less than the post office, honestly.
It sounds
Um,
like
my least favorite holiday. Dang, I don't remember the holidays like that. Um, I think I'm gonna have excuse me, I'm gonna have to say I don't get I guess because I don't get what it is. What is President's Day?
um
I think it's like a February-ish one,
it
but I
is.
don't get what it is. Like what we supposed to do on that day. I
Uh,
feel like other days have a cookout, eat, you
oh,
know.
we supposed to honor our first president, George Washington, whose birthday is February 22nd, and Lincoln, whose birthday is February 12th.
I never knew that. I never
Whoops.
knew that.
Whoops.
I never knew that. Wow. Like I'm not even trying to be funny. I genuinely never knew that's what President's Day was. I thought it was, I don't know, you seen President's Day sales. Like that's it. But I didn't know
Yeah,
that was the purpose of it. So yeah, that's my least favorite because I don't even know what it is.
I'm shocked by your
And
answer.
by
I
my
thought
answer,
yes.
why?
I thought you would have said Valentine's Day.
True. No. But I mean, one day I'm gonna like
No,
it.
but like just so context for our viewers, your birthday is the day before
Yeah.
Valentine's Day. So
And to add insult to injury, I've never had a Valentine. I thought I was gonna have one this year. Not this year. I thought I was gonna have one for 2025, but yeah. So
I mean, it's only November 7th. Like you have 3 months.
okay, somebody could surprise me. Let's believe in surprises. Leave
Yeah.
room for
You
surprises.
have to manifest. The universe
Yeah,
is listening.
it is. It doesn't know I'm joking.
So
So
you literally have to say, like, I'm
I'll have
celebrating. I'm celebrating Valentine's Day next year.
I'm celebrating Valentine's Day next year with a man. You gotta be specific because
Oh yes, with a man. I'm celebrating Valentine's Day next year with a fine chocolate tall black man who is smart.
who is smart, who is kind. Like what you
The universe is listening. I gotta go hard.
okay? And I don't want to get it messed up. Like, have you seen those videos where it's like you gotta say no cheese, otherwise they'll put cheese on the burger. Like you gotta be specific. You cannot say, "Oh, I'm gonna celebrate Valentine's Day." Yeah, okay. And you'll
God,
be
I'm sure you
yeah,
are.
excellent, great. Like no, let's be specific. So that's fair. It could. And my new state of being is let it play out. Like I don't want to be in control of anything. I don't care no more. I'm gonna be tuned into my life like everybody else is. Just
I
like
feel that. I feel
look
that.
at my
I'm in
goals.
my decentering men era, and I feel like the past week I got off track. And now I'm literally like, I can't wait for another man to come and try to talk to me because I'm gonna be like,
Decenter.
actually,
I'm decentering right now. Thank you. So, child, how do you tell them? You just say I'm not interested.
yeah.
Okay, got it. Why I was thinking it might be some speech of like actually at this time, but no, I'm just not interested.
I mean, if he would have convinced me,
I can be convinced.
is
Okay.
that toxic? That's probably a little toxic.
I
It's
think
fine.
so.
Okay.
I'm letting somebody text me right now. So
I know that's
I
right.
figure the text messages is unlimited. So I mean, if you want to use a few, if you want to use a few, have at it. I'm
I know
doing
that's
so. Why not? Let it all work out.
right.
It all work out. Let's see. Okay. I'm starting to get silly, so I'm gonna get on out of
Time
here.
to wrap it up. It's
I'm
time to
gonna
wrap
wrap it
it
up. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of the podcast. We'll be back next week with another episode. Keep it locked right here. Don't miss this.
Yeah. No, no,
Bye, y'all.
BGT. Oh.